What's up, YouTube? So today's August 24th and it's a Tuesday, and your girl decided to come to y'all with a video and a topic that was on my mind: how it is balancing your personal life with your professional life in the army, in the military, whatever branch you're in. I just had that on my mind heavily today. I have so many things that I'm trying to work on at one time that it is definitely now officially becoming a struggle for me. And now I just want to make sure, after I put this video out there, that there are also other people that are feeling what I'm saying, that it is a struggle trying to balance military life with their personal life. If you know anything about the military, or whatever you're learning about the military so far, is that the way of life in the military takes all of you, literally takes your entire being to get through it. So also being the type of person that isn't just super focused on being super hoo-ah and focus on anything military and this is what you're doing, then it is going to be hard for you. That's why I'm just here today, y'all, to just kind of talk to y'all, kind of put some things out there. Especially, I know some of the things that I'm discussing you might also be having to worry about. So if it is whatever you're struggling with right now, wherever you are, if it's personal, if it's professional, if it's balancing the two, make sure you drop it in the comment section, because I'm pretty sure somebody else is going to see it and they're going to also say, hey, I've been there, I've done that, this is how you get through it. And I also need y'all for that type of same support. So without further ado, stay tuned for this information that I'm about to give y'all, because this is just something for you to think about.
Oh yeah, call me, beat me if you wanna reach me. Just sit and wait until I hear myself away.
Alright, y'all, so as you can see right now, I am new to the YouTube platform. This is something that I have been wanting to do, y'all, for so long. I can just say really quickly that I was one of those people growing up. I'm cooking and now I'm just like, all right, next you will do, and then you will do, or everything I used to do, I used to want to record it. So of course, whatever your reason is for joining or being on YouTube right now, is unique to you, but basically I have been wanting to do YouTube for a while now. What I've been needing to do right now is just get my information and my content out to y'all. So of course this requires a lot of energy, it requires a lot of planning, it requires a lot of your time and attention. And this is something that I do not want to put on the back burner, because I said that I was gonna jump into it as soon as I got in the military, as soon as I got my lifestyle going, because I know the type of things that I want to put out in the atmosphere. So this is what I'm doing right now, y'all, which is, like I say, a part of my personal life. And this is the part of my life that I do want to put a lot of my time and attention into. So that's one thing that does make, okay, it is stressful, but this part of life is fun, because I'm happy to make videos like this already. I'm happy to be thinking about all of the content that I want to get out to y'all. YouTube right now, I love it being a stressor. I want this type of stress because it's getting my creative juices flowing, but nevertheless, it is a stress for me right now. One of the other stressors that is definitely heavy on me is that I'm currently trying to pursue my master's degree. And I am going to come to y'all with a about me video, just kind of introducing myself to you guys and just my reason for joining the army and why the army. I am one of those people that the big pro to the army to me was that they will pay for your education. So y'all, when I chose to sign the dotted line, it was to keep in the back of my mind that when I joined the army, it was going to be because they were going to pay for my master's. Of course, you have your post 9/11, which people always are going to preach to you, hey, save that from when you're out, either for your kids or for those higher degrees, which of course I can use for my doctorate. But at this level, the army is still willing to pay for my master's. That's fine. I love it. I love it. I love it. But y'all, it's definitely not as easy going back to school as they try to say it is. When I say right now, it is causing me so much stress, because one, the program I want to go into, which is a program that is similar to psychology. And at the master's level, schools offer either maybe a master's in counseling or a master's in psychology, or just different type of masters, but they're not doctorate level degrees. My biggest thing is that I want to be able to be more marketable if I choose to not make the Army a career in 3 more years after my contract is up. So with that being said, a master's in psychology for me is not the best choice because I want to be able to require for a licensure yet. And that means that I will basically have to keep going forward to get my doctorate, which of course I want to, but there are some degrees, terminal degrees like Masters of Social Work, which I am heavily considering, that are terminal degrees that are very promising at the master's level, so that if I were to say, hey, Army, I'm out, then I know it's a very good chance that at the master's level with social work, I will be promised some good jobs and still some good money. And then the military is very big on hiring social workers. And so if I get my master's of social work, then I'll be able to apply to be a licensed clinical social worker. But at this moment in time, y'all, I never really did too much research on social work programs because I was always diehard psychology. Like psychology, I want to be a psychologist, I want to get my PsyD, this and that. So I never really looked at the curriculum for social work. So now that I'm looking at the curriculum for social work, I'm not as excited as I will be for a psychology or a counseling track where I'm super familiar with the curriculum and the coursework. I love the type of coursework material that we have. And social work is just kind of in a different lane for me, but it's still doable. I still hear a lot of people saying that they still choose to do social work even though they have aspirations to be psychologists. Big thing about trying to get your master's while in the Army is that they're not gonna pay for hardly any really good programs. I'm saying the programs that are available to us at the master's level are like slim to none. I can tell y'all the programs that I've seen so far, most of them that really work with what I need as an active duty soldier are of course online and of course in North Carolina. So if they do have any type of residencies or any type of class work that needs to be done in person, then at least I'm in North Carolina and I'll be able to travel to that location. But of course, a lot of the programs that I was finding in counseling, they did not offer online. They offered it face-to-face. It's just not the best option for me for face-to-face unless it's literally right here, which some have it, but they're masters of social work. So that has definitely, y'all, also been a major concern for me. It's just figuring out the right program for me, like the master's level, making sure that I choose one that fits my schedule as an active duty soldier. I'm hoping for in person, something near, but 9 times out of 10 with my aspirations for education, which is psychology, counseling, on those type of tracks, they're not really offering that, and if they are, the Army isn't paying for it. Like, I would love actually to go back to my undergrad school and attend, but the Army only pays $250 per semester hour, so the likelihood of going to your top choice is slim to none. So that's the stress. I'm trying to figure out deadlines right now that I need to meet so I can be in somebody's classroom at least by next summer, no later than next fall, because I want to be almost done with my master's degree by the time I am being asked to re-enlist. And if I don't have that extra degree under my belt, y'all, I'm gonna be real salty. Okay, y'all, quick intermission. So let's just say you are deciding to go back to school and you would like to sit down with the education advisor, which is what I did. So you'll go to the education advisor and they'll give you a list of things or a list of tasks that you need to complete in order to get signed up for school. And one of the websites they're going to give you is dodmou.com. Now, how this website works, y'all, is it gives you the option to compare and contrast your school of interest. And what that means is, being that tuition assistance is $250 per semester hour, which is, I believe, for any branch, then it lets you see which schools that you might be interested in that will be covered by tuition assistance. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So right now, what I want y'all to do, you will go to menu and then click TA Decide. From here, you'll see school name as an option, or you have a list of criteria that you can type in. So I want to type in some criteria, and let's just use me as an example. So I'll choose North Carolina. Then I'll choose my learning method as classroom. Now you can choose accreditation type, or you can choose a program, or you can choose school type, but let's just keep my main criteria, which is master's degree, and then let's do it based off of that. So from here, y'all, you will see a list of schools in North Carolina pop up, and you will see TA participants, which give you the number of students that are using tuition assistance at these particular universities. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to a school that I know is being covered by the Army, and I'm trying to find it. It's Fayetteville State University. Okay, so what you're going to do is click on View. From there, you'll go to cost of attendance, then institution charges for tuition assistance. Then you'll go to tuition standard rates. Okay, y'all, so let me explain this screen. So you see how at the bachelor's rate, it has military is $124.25, and master's rate is $191. So that means that I can go to this school because it is covered by tuition assistance. So let's just say so this is Fayetteville State, y'all, and this is the HBCU, just in case you're in North Carolina. So let's go to another school that gives you the option of using tuition assistance, which I know is University of North Carolina at Greensboro. You're going to click View. Then cost of attendance, then institution charges for tuition assistance, and tuition standard rates. From here, I want to explain this. So you see how at the bachelor's rate, it's $184.25. That means if I was going for my bachelor's, it would be paid for. However, at the master's rate, it's $289.94, meaning I would not be able to go to this location with tuition assistance. So one more thing, y'all. Let me show y'all if I wanted to go to my undergrad school, what my option would be. And that is Middle Tennessee State University. And let's see what the Army is willing to pay for if I were to go to back to my undergrad school. So you will click View again. Go back down, cost of attendance, cost of attendance, institution charges for tuition assistance, and tuition standard rates. All right. So as y'all can see, y'all, if I were to try to go back to my undergrad for my bachelor's, I wouldn't be able to go. Even if I was in Tennessee, I wouldn't be able to go. And at the master's rate, I definitely wouldn't be able to go with $497. And I definitely couldn't go, being that I am out of state and I am in North Carolina, and that's almost $1,000-something just to attend my undergrad university. Okay, y'all, so that is pretty much it. If you know you plan on going to sit down with the education advisor to get into school, make sure you get a head start with this website. It is very helpful, especially if you plan to go to school on the Army's dime. Number 3, y'all, to top it off is the fact that, y'all, I got stationed at Fort Bragg for my first duty station. If you haven't heard anything about Fort Bragg, y'all, let me just tell you, super cool out here. Like, we literally do so much soldiery stuff. I'm telling y'all, I am a 6'8" X-ray. I'm attached to a medical unit, and I literally think I do more stuff on a daily basis to meet obligations as a soldier than regular 6'8" X-rays in line units. Like, you know, we literally are having sergeant's time training. We get tasked out a lot. Like, we have one last week. I had a 12-hour task out shift last weekend on a Saturday. Then on top of that, I have coming up, they want me to start preparing, like, I will be conducting those sergeant's time trainings, y'all, because as I was gonna speak up, they're actually trying to send me to the promotion board come December to become a sergeant. So actually next week I have a mock board. Next month I have Soldier of the Month board. Then they want me to have all of this ready to go by December. Remember y'all, I literally just got to my first duty station April 2021. It is August 2021. So April, May, June, July, August. 5 months in my duty station, they're trying to get me to learn how to be NCO so I can become an NCO. On top of that, to me, that's just gonna add more stress to me because y'all, I am the NCO IC of my clinic. Y'all, it's so much going on. So when I tell y'all I got here in April, I walked in the door, they said, hey, you're here, we need NCO ICs at the clinics. I'm at a duty station, y'all, where they are low on NCOs. So specialists, next in rank, they are wanting us to fill those positions ASAP. So I have been in this NCOIC position, y'all, since April. And when I tell y'all, it is so stressful because not only do I not do my job, because I have to do a lot of admin work. I'm responsible for making memorandums and, SOPs, accountable of staff, civilians and military, locking the doors, in control of the key rosters and doing fire safety, safety evaluations and conducting fire drills, all type of things I'm responsible for, y'all, as an NCOIC, because I'm in that position, and that's what my day-to-day role is, being an NCOIC, not being a 68 X-ray right now. So of course, y'all, that has brought me so much freaking stress. Like, it's so stressful because on top of that, I'm made to cover down for the front desk whenever the MSAs call out, which are front desk receptionists. They're called medical support assistants. So all of that stuff, y'all, I have to take in on a daily. On top of that, I've never been NCO before. I haven't even been to a promotion board. I literally just got here from AIT, and on top of that, I'm up here trying to learn how to be an NCO, and I getting paid for it. Like, the Army can be like, oh, we're gonna pay you a specialist pay $30 an hour if you start taking on this extra responsibility. And I will be in there literally, what you need? You need something? Oh, I got all this planned. I got all this ready to go. But the fact that my pay doesn't change because I have been put in an NCO position makes it even more stressful because money talks, BS talks. And so, not even to get into the fact of everybody that you work with, especially when they force junior enlisted to take on a higher responsibility, a lot of people are not gonna be happy with that because they want actual NCOs in this position. So I have had to deal with, that he say and she say that gossip about why is this specialist in this position and this and that, or she might not know what she's doing. And I'm very capable, y'all. Like, I got plenty of sense. Like I said, I came into the military already strategic, knowing what I wanted to do. Like, I literally signed up to be a 68 X-ray, told them I'm not signing any documents to be a 68 unless I am signing to be a 68 X-ray, because that goes along with my field of psychology. I wanted to get in and get around psychologists and psychiatrists and providers and social workers, and that's who I work around, which that's exactly what I wanted. But now that I'm in, I guess God had other ideas. God had other plans, so now I'm in a position of a administrative person, which is not fun. Like I said, y'all, on top of me being an NCOIC, we constantly get pulled out to do a lot of surgery tasks. And since they don't have a lot of NCOs, they are asking the specialists to step up and do a lot of NCO things. And a lot of stuff that, of course, does not go back to the reason why I joined this. I really did want to do my career as a 68 X-ray. But of course, this is my new duty station. I don't know how to call things. I don't know what's normal. I don't know what's not normal. And so I'm trying to figure all this out at the same time. It gets very stressful when it comes down to me going to my clinic and I see like the borrowed manpower, which are the 68 X-rays attached to line units, and they just come to our clinic to work, and literally their only job is to come in there and screen patients and do their job. And then here I am attached to the hospital, but they need NCOICs, so they put us in those positions, and I'm not able to do that, which I really want to do. I really want to see patients. I really want to screen them. And of course I get a chance to randomly, but that's even more hassle on top of what I'm already doing, because you got to think about it, y'all. I am an advocate of playing smart, not hard. So if they tell me my SOP consists of being an NCOIC, why would I take on the SOP of the 68 X-ray on top of me having the NCOIC position? Because I'm telling y'all right now, the times that they do need me to step in and screen a patient because maybe no techs are there, they have no problem still asking me, Prayla, what's going on with the equipment? Or Prayla, what's going on with the storage room, and doing all this NCOIC stuff, y'all. So just stressed out as a kind of 68 X-ray and a kind of NCOIC, NCO, and having to study for promotion boards because they are ready for me to become a sergeant. So then I have to take into account that I need to study my NCO guide. I need to study my NCO creed. I need to get all these documents and things that they need from me to prepare for the board. So I'm having to take all that in consideration while I'm also trying to apply for master's program, while I'm also trying to get my YouTube up and running. And on top of that, y'all, to top it all off, I'm in a long distance relationship. Y'all, I've been with my boyfriend for a year and 6 months now, and I love my boyfriend. I adore my boyfriend to freaking death, y'all. But it is so stressful not having your partner up here with you. Like, being in a long distance relationship in the military is usual because of course people deploy, people move duty stations, they PCS, which is normal. My boyfriend actually is not in the military. He is a civilian. He is my boyfriend from my hometown, and we did make a mutual decision to stay together going forward with me leaving for the Army, because we were together before I left. He's very supportive, very much there for me, very much the type of person I would want to be with going through this experience. But when I tell y'all, this gets hard not having him here waiting on me when I get off at night. Like, and this job is way too stressful to not have your significant other waiting on you, and I don't have kids, I don't have a dog, I'm in the barracks, so I can't even have my puppy. And I do have a puppy, she's at home with my mom. And so all those type of things you have to take in. Like, I'm in a long distance relationship. I literally crave for my boyfriend to be here every day. We're literally trying to make moves to get him up here, but it's literally not that simple, especially since I'm in a barracks room and we're not yet engaged, we're not yet married. I'm having to deal with the fact that I have a long-term boyfriend that I want to move forward with, and he's not here with me. And then on top of that, of course, I don't want to cheat on my boyfriend here, which is not the plan, but you also know that type of talk is in the background, because if y'all don't know, people think females in the militaries are being a single soldier in the barracks is not fun, y'all. You have to deal with barracks inspections on a daily whenever they get ready, because you know you're a single soldier. They think that your time is their time at all times. All this is a lot for me, y'all, because my personal life is very important to me. Like, the one thing I try to preach to people is that I don't want to feel optionless when it comes time to re-enlist. When the day comes when they are asking me, Specialist Prayla, are you ETSing or are you re-enlisting? I want to be able to make a sound decision that, okay, I'm not yet ready to leave the Army, or yes, I'm ready to leave the Army. I did what I said I was coming to do, get my master's, opening up my marketability in the working force. And I can safely and securely say, yes, peace, Army. As of now, you know, it's becoming very hard to focus on your personal life. So people are gonna be telling you, oh, all the stuff you wanna do, you can do that, you just keep the stability of the Army and the military in the background. Oh, you gotta work to get that extra time to get your personal life done, because at the end of the day, your personal life is the reason why you even brought yourself to this position. Like, the things that I want to change in my life is what brought me to the Army in the first place. They brought me here to get security, to get stability, to figure out what I want to do with myself and get my life all the way together before I have kids, before I get married, before I start my family. And so if I'm in the Army now and I have all these type of tasks thrown at me before I can get a chance to focus on myself, now I just feel like, well, damn, like, everything that I said that I wanted to do is becoming 10 times harder depending on where you're at, what your job is, and what they're asking and expecting of you. Disclaimer, y'all. I don't want to also make it seem like I'm making a lot of excuses for myself, or making it seem like I don't know how to prioritize and make a top list of my highest priorities. my highest priority and what's most important to me. I know how to do all that stuff, y'all. It's just a simple fact of how long is this gonna be a struggle, like a tug of war. Like, I don't want to be tugging a war like this much with my personal life and my professional life. Like, I am literally still considered a new soldier. And for me to get through this and to even consider really making it to that 20 years, y'all, I have to be able to feel like it meshes with me. That's what makes people continue to do this lifestyle, is that the day-to-day life, everything that you have and what you do on a day-to-day basis, it meshes with who you are and what you want this experience to be for you. My mindset does not yet match that all the way of the Army, because you have to have a certain mindset in order to go through this. And if you don't have that mindset, it's going to be extremely difficult to understand and get a lot of things that will give you that inner motivation to get through it and get to it. This video, and by no means is meant to take away my personal responsibility of my life and what I can do to make things flow better for myself. It's just simply a way for me to highlight everything that can be brought up or brought to the forefront of your life. And so I definitely want to let y'all know that it is way harder than it seems to make sure that you're getting your own ish together outside of the Army, because they're going to be trying to tell you, oh, you need to focus on becoming a soldier first and doing all this first, which is why they're trying to get me to the promotion board, which is why they got me being an NCOIC and all these other tests that I have tasked to me on top of my own personal life, and me just trying to be grown, y'all. Like, I still got other personal things to work out right now. So me, I'm very disciplined, I am very structural, and so I'm figuring out, I'm making it do what it do, which is why y'all seeing me in your face right now. And I just wanted to talk about it. I just want to bring to y'all things that are going on with us soldiers on a day-to-day basis. I am literally having to figure out what's more important to me. Of course, my personal life is more important to me than anything, because that is the reason why I'm serving here today. And so if I cannot handle my personal business without interruptions, then I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be upset, and I'm gonna get real resentful of the type of decisions I made for myself. So I'm just saying this, y'all, to think about how various our experiences are in the Army, in the military, and how much you could be having on your plate as you try to make this a career, make this something that you're gonna do long term, because it is going to require your whole being, y'all. I'm telling you. Feel free, y'all, to share your advice, share your concerns, share anything that you might have on this topic. And if you're going through a similar situation, are you struggling at your first duty station? Are you trying to apply for schools on top of being an active duty soldier? Do you also battle with being in a long distance relationship? Did they put you in a higher position than what you feel you are capable of doing at this time? All those things, y'all, let's talk about it. Let's see what's up, like what's going on with where y'all at right now. Where are you stationed at? Like, what are they doing to you? What are you struggling with? What's going on? What's making this harder for you than it has to be? I want to talk about it. I want to hear from you. So drop your information in the comment section. Talk to me. I'm ready to talk to you. But that's pretty much it, y'all. This is just the struggles of trying to balance your personal and professional life while being a active duty soldier. So make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe if you want to hear more story times. If you want me to just talk about what's going on behind the scenes, y'all, because I'm here to tell it. I talk a lot. I'm here to tell it. So thank y'all for tuning in today, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye.